TV soap news and spoilers say that in the sultry, tension-filled world of Beyond the Gates, where secrets simmer beneath polished surfaces and every choice carries the weight of destiny, the bombshell of Naomi's pregnancy has sent shockwaves through the narrative. The revelation, delivered in a hushed, trembling whisper to her husband, Jacob, has ignited a firestorm of speculation among fans. Jacob's face lit up with uncontainable joy, his eyes sparkling with visions of a future filled with tiny hands and shared dreams. But Naomi? Her reaction was a stark contrast, a shadowed expression, lips pressed into a thin line, and a gaze that seemed to drift miles away from the intimate moment. This wasn't the response of a woman embracing motherhood. This was the look of someone wrestling with an unbearable weight. Why did Naomi, a woman who has meticulously crafted her life around ambition and control, react with such palpable unease? The answer may lie in a decision she and Jacob made long before this unexpected twist. They had agreed not to have children. This mutual pact, forged in the crucible of their early marriage, was rooted in their shared vision of a life unencumbered by the demands of parenthood. For Naomi, a rising star in the cutthroat world of corporate law, her career isn't just a job, it's her identity, her legacy, her battlefield. Could it be that Naomi's heart-wrenching choice to consider abortion, possibly without confiding in Jacob, stems from her fierce determination to protect the empire she's built? Let's dive into the emotional, psychological, and social layers of this dramatic crossroads, exploring why Naomi's decision might be driven by her unrelenting ambition, and what it could mean for her marriage, her future, and the very soul of Beyond the Gates. The Pact, a marriage built on shared ambition. To understand Naomi's potential choice, we must first rewind to the origins of her and Jacob's relationship. Naomi, with her razor-sharp intellect and unyielding drive, has always been a force of nature. Her ascent through the ranks of her law firm, where she's known for outmaneuvering opponents in high-stakes negotiations, is the stuff of legend. Jacob, a successful architect with his own dreams of leaving a mark on the city's skyline, was drawn to Naomi's fire. Their love story, as depicted in Beyond the Gates, is one of equals, two brilliant minds who saw in each other not just a partner, but a mirror of their own ambition. Early in their marriage, the couple made a deliberate choice: no children. This wasn't a decision born of indifference or fear, but of clarity. Naomi and Jacob envisioned a life where their careers could soar without the tether of parental responsibilities. For Naomi, whose every waking moment is consumed by case files, client meetings, and the relentless pursuit of partnership at her firm, a child represented a disruption, a variable she couldn't control. Jacob, though more open to the idea of family in theory, respected Naomi's vision. Their pact was a testament to their unity, a shared blueprint for a future where their individual successes would intertwine to create something extraordinary. But life, as Beyond the Gates so often reminds us, has a way of shattering even the most carefully laid plans. The pregnancy test, with its unyielding positive result, wasn't just a surprise, it was a betrayal of the life Naomi had architected. As she stood in the bathroom, staring at the plastic stick that held her fate, the weight of her ambitions clashed with the primal reality of the life growing inside her. Jacob's elation, so pure and unguarded, only deepened the chasm between them. While he saw a new chapter, Naomi saw a threat, a ticking clock that could unravel everything she'd fought for. The career that defines her. Naomi's career isn't just a job, it's the cornerstone of her identity. In the high-stakes world of Beyond the Gates, where power dynamics shift like sand in a storm, Naomi has carved out a reputation as a legal titan. Her colleagues whisper her name with a mix of awe and fear, knowing that she's the one who closes impossible deals and wins unwinnable cases. Partnership at her firm isn't just a goal, it's the holy grail, the culmination of years of sleepless nights, sacrificed friendships, and relentless self-discipline. At 34, Naomi is tantalizingly close to achieving it, but the path to partnership is a tightrope. One misstep, one moment of perceived weakness, and her dreams could crumble. Pregnancy, in this context, isn't just a personal milestone, it's a professional liability. The legal world, despite its veneer of progress, remains unforgiving to women who dare to balance motherhood with ambition. Naomi has seen it firsthand, colleagues who returned from maternity leave only to find their cases reassigned, their influence diminished, their paths to advancement blocked. The whispers in the boardroom, the subtle shifts in how partners speak to them, the unspoken assumption that a mother's priorities lie elsewhere, these are the realities Naomi faces. To her, a child isn't just a new life, it's a potential anchor, chaining her to a narrative of diminished potential. This fear isn't abstract, it's visceral. In a recent episode, we saw Naomi in a late-night meeting, her eyes bloodshot but her arguments razor-sharp as she secured a multi-million-dollar client. The senior partners nodded in approval, but their praise came with a warning: keep this up, Naomi, and you're on track. But don't let anything distract you. The subtext was clear: distractions, like a pregnancy, could derail her. For Naomi, who has poured every ounce of herself into her career, the idea of stepping back, even temporarily, is unthinkable. An abortion, though a gut-wrenching choice, might seem like the only way to preserve the life she's built. The silence between them. What makes this storyline so gripping and so heartbreaking is the possibility that Naomi might make this choice without telling Jacob. Their marriage, once a fortress of mutual understanding, is now a battleground of unspoken fears. Jacob's joy at the news of the pregnancy reveals a crack in their pact. While Naomi has held firm to their no-children agreement, Jacob's reaction suggests he's begun to question it. His vision of fatherhood, fleeting though it may be, is a spark that could ignite a firestorm of conflict. Naomi's silence is telling. In the moments after she shared the news, her words were clipped, her eyes averted. She didn't reciprocate Jacob's excitement or engage in his tentative plans for the future. Instead, she retreated into herself, her mind racing with calculations only she could understand. This isn't the behavior of a woman ready to embrace motherhood, it's the behavior of someone weighing a decision too heavy to share. If Naomi is considering an abortion, her choice to keep it from Jacob speaks volumes about the state of their relationship. Trust, once their bedrock, is eroding under the pressure of this unexpected pregnancy. Why wouldn't she tell him? The answer lies in their dynamic. Jacob, for all his brilliance, has always been the more emotional of the two. His love for Naomi is boundless, but it's also idealistic. He sees their marriage as a partnership that can weather any storm. Naomi, on the other hand, is a pragmatist. She knows that revealing her intentions could lead to a confrontation that would fracture their bond irreparably. Jacob might plead, argue, or worse, try to change her mind. For Naomi, who thrives on control, the idea of losing agency over this decision is intolerable. By keeping it secret, she retains power over her body, her career, and her future, even if it means betraying the man she loves. The moral and emotional quagmire. The possibility of Naomi choosing abortion without Jacob's knowledge raises profound ethical questions. Beyond the Gates has never shied away from complex moral dilemmas, and this storyline is no exception. On one hand, Naomi's autonomy over her body is sacrosanct. The decision to continue or terminate a pregnancy is hers alone, a right hard-won by generations of women. Yet, the secrecy of her potential choice casts a shadow over her marriage. Jacob, unaware of the storm brewing in Naomi's heart, continues to dream of a future that may never come. The betrayal, if discovered, could shatter their trust beyond repair. Naomi's internal conflict is palpable. In a recent episode, we saw her alone in her office, staring out at the city skyline as tears welled in her eyes. This wasn't the cold, calculated Naomi we've come to know. It was a woman grappling with the weight of an impossible choice. Does she sacrifice her career, the very thing that defines her, to embrace a role she never wanted? Or does she protect her ambitions, knowing that the cost might be her marriage and her sense of self? The show's writers have masterfully captured this tension, leaving viewers on edge as we wait to see which path Naomi will choose. The broader context: society, gender, and power. Naomi's story isn't just a personal drama, it's a reflection of the broader societal pressures women face. In the world of Beyond the Gates, as in our own, women are often forced to choose between career and family in ways men rarely are. Jacob, for all his support, doesn't face the same scrutiny. His career as an architect, while demanding, allows him the luxury of envisioning fatherhood without sacrificing his professional identity. Naomi, on the other hand, knows that motherhood could redefine her in the eyes of her colleagues, her clients, and even herself. This disparity is a central theme of the show. Beyond the Gates has always explored the intersections of power, gender, and ambition, and Naomi's pregnancy is a microcosm of these tensions. Her potential decision to prioritize her career over motherhood isn't just a personal choice, it's a rebellion against a system that demands women sacrifice more than men. Yet, this rebellion comes at a cost. By choosing herself, Naomi risks alienating the one person who has been her partner in every sense of the word. What lies ahead? A marriage on the brink. As we await the next episodes of Beyond the Gates, the tension surrounding Naomi's choice is unbearable. Will she confide in Jacob, risking a confrontation that could unravel their marriage? Or will she make the decision alone, carrying the weight of her secret like a shadow? The show's writers have set the stage for a dramatic reckoning, one that will test the limits of love, trust, and ambition. If Naomi chooses abortion to protect her career, it will be a defining moment for her character. It will cement her as a woman who refuses to compromise, even at great personal cost. But it will also mark her as a tragic figure, caught between the demands of a world that expects her to be everything: wife, mother, professional, and her own relentless drive to succeed. Jacob's reaction, when and if he learns the truth, will be equally pivotal. Will he see her choice as a betrayal, or will he find a way to understand the impossible position she's in? A call to the audience. What do you think, fans of Beyond the Gates? Is Naomi's potential decision driven by her ambition, her fear of losing control, or something deeper? Could her choice to keep Jacob in the dark be an act of self-preservation, or is it a betrayal that will haunt her forever? As we speculate on the twists and turns to come, one thing is certain: Naomi's story is a raw, unflinching exploration of the choices women face in a world that demands perfection. Let's keep watching, hearts racing, as we wait to see if our suspicions about Naomi's choice come true, and what it will mean for the future of this unforgettable couple. Our TV channel Soap News and Spoilers is the place for those who want to know how the Salem story goes, as well as great Beyond the Gates updates and news, so subscribe to our channel to get what you want. Bye-bye.